Hello and welcome back to another surprise Saturday Let's Play. We did a few action RPGs, and for the most part, I'm going to be doing stuff on Saturday that will be far more action-packed as compared to the turn-based of what I'm doing in Fire Emblem or the more story-driven things like in Planescape. So this one's going to be another game that I used to play as a kid and had no idea what was going on. So we're opening up DOSBox. Activision presents. Between the fall of the ancient Star League and the rise of the heirs of the Steiner Davian, there lived an age of war unlike any before or since. 5 great houses struggled fiercely for the sole possession of the inner sphere of man. Across this troubled starscape marched mighty machines of war like titans through a great storm of fire. It was an age of high adventure. It was an age of Mechwarrior. Combat Simulator by Paul Baumann, and it's by the role-playing system by Peter Fokos. Mechwarrior. For those of you who like Warhammer 40k but don't like all of the aliens, actually that's always been my big problem with Mechwarrior, is it is a mankind is alone universe, which just always bugs me. But yes, Mechwarrior was created by FASA, and FASA and Mechwarrior itself, or BattleTech as it's more commonly known in the tabletop and the more modern games. Yeah, always had problems with Harmony Gold because of all of the robots that they took from Robotech, or actually Macross. It was Robotech in the United States. Authorization confirmed. Glad to have you aboard. Yeah, this game's cracked. I don't have to put in any of the things to put in. Burning purpose, etched forever in the mind as slow curves pulled upward into spikes, dark wings framing an almost human death skull. Almost, but for the fangs of the beast, a crest for killers. Find it and you find the chalice and the dark wing. Only 5 years remain. So, that's an ominous beginning. Let's go in here. This is our group information. We are the Blazing Aces, and we ourselves are Gideon Braver. That's a pseudonym that we actually are going by. We are currently 18 years of age, and we've only got 5 years to beat this game. We have a risky reputation. We've got 1.2 million credits. Nice. And we are currently neutral with all of the inner sphere groups. More on them later. Crew. It's just ourselves, and we are in a mech called a Jenner. Jenner, which seems to be common as the basic entry point mech in these games. It was the basic one for this one. It's the basic mech you get in the Mechwarrior Online game. It's a fast, light mech that it's a good way to get used to things. Newsnet, we'll be checking this out frequently. Anders Moon, Draconis March, Federation Son, heir apparent on the run. With funeral services for Duke Vandenberg barely over, an arrest warrant has been issued for his son, Gideon B. Vandenberg. Charges of conspiracy and crimes against the state have been brought against the young Vandenberg by clan leader Yaris McBride. Vandenberg has not been seen since Senior Council voted last month to postpone choosing a new Duke for 5 years. If he was not guilty, he would not have run, Jairus said. Jairus has recently been elected to an advisory position within the Senior Council. Yeah, so people killed our family, took over our planet, and have blamed us for it. That's not fun. No other message on file. No other message on file. Okay. So yes, we are. We go by Gideon Braver or G Braver, but we are Gideon Vandenberg. Done. Now this is a game where you go around, you take contracts to do mercenary work, and then raise money so you can go and try your best to win back your imperial birthright. Well, actually, it's not imperial; it's only royal. Actually, it's only noble. You're a duke, so yeah. And you can do that, but that's kind of slow and plodding. We're gonna be naughty. We are actually not gonna do too much. We're gonna at the end do a lot more combat, but at the beginning, we're actually gonna be playing the merchant. Yeah. Anyway, let me pause for just a second while I look something up. Okay, had to bring up a galactic map. Anyway, so yeah, we can, that's what that one is. This one here is the Mech Complex. We can review our mechs, which we've got a Jenner, which is functional. Let's see, we've got light damage to the left arm actuator, 81% of our armor, and light damage to a couple of our weapons. We're not going to be repairing any of that. Let's see what they've got to sell here. Ooh, got some pretty cool mechs here. Okay, they've got the Locust, which is the... Theoretically, it's the worst mech in the Battletech universe, but I've always got a soft spot for the Locust. It's small, it's cheap, but it definitely gets the job done. All it has is 2 machine guns and a medium laser, but you never have to worry about overheating it. And on the other side of the spectrum, the largest mech in this world, the Battle Master. Yeah, price 10 million credits. And this thing has got weapons up the wazoo. 2 machine guns, a short-range missile launcher, a particle projection cannon, that's what PPC stands for in this universe, and 6 medium lasers. Yeah, that thing, while it has a lot of firepower, it does tend to overheat. Now, the Locust and the Phoenix Hawk here, along with 2 other mechs, the Warhammer, which we saw on the opening splash screen, and the Marauder, which we haven't seen yet, which is the best mech in the game, in my opinion. Those are all the mechs that there's been issues with ownership, at least the designs, because... yeah, I'm not sure exactly how it goes, but while Harmony Gold has the distribution rights to Macross and its own cartoon that they cut out of it, Robotech, apparently FASA got some robot designs from the same Japanese company, and I'm not sure about the legality, but it kind of turned out into you can no longer show these after 93 or something like that. Probably like more like 95. So they became the, the Lost Designs or whatever. But yeah, Phoenix Hawk, pretty decent. Shadowhawk, a little more beefy, but But yeah, we're not going to be dealing with any of those just yet. Here is where we would go to request missions. We are in the Draconis Combine, run by the Krita family. Request mission. And this agreement between House Krita and the Blazing Aesir outlines the contract for, in this case, elimination of garrison forges on the Davian planet of Kensai 4. Its estimated enemy force is 0 heavy, 0 medium, and 1 light mechs. Krita will pay 130,000 sea bills and 1% of all compensated equipment, with 1% payable immediately. Now, you can actually go through and negotiate, say, nope, I want 1 million, and submit. And based off of your reputation and how well the houses like you, they might help. But at this point they're paying more. But we're not going to be doing much mercenary contracts at the moment, so we're just gonna leave that on the table. See ya. This is our main menu. That's all fine. And here is the bar. This game's a little loud, but that should adjust things. But here we can order drinks or recruit crew members. So let's check out who we could possibly recruit. Ellie Gujar. Heard you might be looking for a good mech pilot. I'm just starting out and I'm loyal and I work hard. That's cool, but I'm not interested. Anyone else? Bob True. Heard you might be looking for a good mech pilot. I'm on my way around mechs and seeing my share of battles. You interested? Nah, that's alright. Crew. Heard you might be looking for a good mech pilot. Used to be an infantry, but I'm moving on up. Okay, Tim Sears. No, that's fine. Crew. Heard you might be looking for a good mech pilot. D is for desire. Tell anyone I'll kill you. D Sajak. Any relationship to Pat? No. No. Taurus Wren. Heard you might be looking for a good mech pilot. I say no job's too tough and no fees too high. Not interested. Nobody else around here. But we can also go to the bar to find out what's going on in the world. Pirates that fly a skull and wings marker? Nah, I can't say I've ever heard of that. Though Great Death Legion flies a skull, but they're not pirates, just regular mercs. Of course, that depends on who you ask, and Duke Rickle might not think too highly of them these days. Oh, anything else? No, don't know if a skull and wings crest, but if there's a pirate crest using the Karita Davison area, there might be one man who'll know for sure. Grigri is. Of course, asking him about may be the last thing a body does. Oh? It's been pretty quiet around here. Check back later. Greg Griez, eh? Well, over here, a weathered old tech by the name of Garrett is willing to talk about a unit crest all day for a 10 C-bill bottle of Tasani brandy. Yeah, Grey Death's got a skull, but so does the Henson Rough Riders, and Arthur Raider got something that might look like a skull with wings, but it's supposed to be like a bull skull, though, with big horns. Now, pirates. Elmar Varys, he's full-on pirate king and flies a skull, but it's got crossed swords behind it, not wings, and he cleared out with the core word with the Combine, where it meets Steiner. Interesting. Well, let's see here. We are in Masuta, which is a pretty decent planet. First place I want to go to is travel. Masuta, nicknamed Nausea. Planet is known for seafood. Alright, there we go. I want to go over here. Delacruz, war-torn, some large industry. I want to travel over here. And that's a drop ship that heads up to a jump ship, which goes to another planet. Now, over here, you notice we can't get missions around here because this is a very needy planet. It is a poor planet. On the bright side, because they're needy, they are willing to spend as much money as they can on mechs. And this is where we're going to be making most of our money for this game. Not doing mercenary missions, but wandering around and buying and selling mechs from more industrial places where mechs are cheap and selling it into needier places. I'm prepared to offer you a sum of 4,387,000 sea bills for your mech. Yeah. That is perfectly fine. I am now 5.5 million credits. Let's see what the Newsnet has to say. Anything new? Personal message from Jordan Rowe, Vanessa, Anders Moon, Draconis March, Federated Sons. Goodwill and love for all of us on your birthday. Wish you success on your mission. JM is working hard to solidify his power base, but there's still many loyal to V. Good luck. Great Gorge, Crucius Mars Federation Sun, Bandit Stack Periphery. A daring attack, a band of pirates descended on the mining world of Great Gorge and occupied one of the major mining complexes. While the local militia were dealing with this dangerous hostage situation, a second group of pirates attacked the armory. Much of the weaponry and ammunition stored there was stolen. In a resulting confusion, most of the raiding party escaped. Positive identification of the bandits was not made. Ministry of Peaceful Order and Honor, Galleon V Draconis Combine. Wanted 200,000 sea bill reward. Be it known that a price of 200,000 sea bills has been levied against the person of Grig Grias for his numerous crimes of murder, rapine, destruction of personal property, arson, grand theft, assault of Draconis government officials, counterfeiting, forgery, piracy, and other crimes against the state too numerous to mention. Rapine, by the way, is theft. Pretty much. Yeah. Interested parties can obtain information regarding the last known whereabouts of this most heinous villain at the offices of the Gideon 5 Bureau of Official Information. Payment of said reward will be interred immediately upon proof of this individual's and or elimination at any Draconis Combine Civilian Guidance Corps Center. Okay, Galleon 5 is where we want to go next. Let's see here. We got a planets here. We can look up a planet list rather than just hunting it. And yep, the Kurita, it was the Kurita intelligence looking for Grizz. So yep, Galleon 5 is in their thing, and they are nearby. So let's go say hi. Oh. So let's travel. And it also costs a lot less, if you've noticed, to travel without a mech. So let's check up with their headquarters. The arch-villain and pirate Grig Grias was less known to basing his operation on an uncharted planet out beyond Land's End. His most recent atrocities have been in this area. His known sphere of activity ranges from Land's End to the border areas of the Federated Suns. Interesting. So, Land's End, which is probably... Yep, in Kurita. And it is up there. Now, before... Before we go there, I want to head to the capital. Travel to there. And I am going to pick up a mech. Review mechs. Oh. Buy mechs. Nothing special here. Well, let's pick up a Jenner at 3 million. Not bad. Let's see how much the other ones cost. 2.9. 3, and Locust 1.4. Okay, let's buy that one. And I am going to drop a naughty here. And also buy this Locust because it's cheap. And actually, before we head over there, let's check the bar, see if there's anything cool there. Order drinks. Been pretty quiet. Cool. Anything on the news net? Nope. 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 No other messages. Cool, cool, cool. So we've got a whole million. No, that's not it. That's what I want. Travel there. Let's head over to the mech center. Review mechs. Jenner. Sell. Offer 4 million. Nice. Will you also take the Locust? Please tell me you'll take the Locust. I don't need any more mechs at this time. Thanks. Well, let's ask around. Order drink. I want to meet one of Greg's men. Are you crazy? Suppose it might be possible. Come back tomorrow. If he wants to meet you, he'll be here. By the way, this drink's gonna cost you triple. Risk of my neck isn't covered in regular price. Anything else? Been pretty quiet. You need any more now? Okay. Well, come back tomorrow. Eye contact and a subtle nod of the bartender's head tells the location of a grim, bearded man sitting in a dark corner. His manner is rude, with a barely contained wildness, as we might explode into violence at any moment. The Mauser and gray M27 needle pistol on his thigh and the vibroblade at his belt promises that this is possible. After a long interview, he finally gives in and says, "Greg can be sometimes reached on New Samarkand." Okay, that is a place that it's random where he's sent out, but that's cool. Been pretty quiet. I mean, it can't be that quiet. You got a freaking submachine gun behind you. So, let's see here. New Samarkand. That is there. Okay, I want to go there first. So I can drop off this Locust for 2 million. Yeah, that's 600,000 in profit. And from there, it's a hop, skip, and a jump over there. Discreet inquiries about Grig Gria's finally produced result. Two heavily armed and competent-looking thugs provide escort to a secret underground base outside the city. Seems reminiscent of an ancient Arabian Night holovid. Entertainers, naked but for a few strips of silk, twirl and pulse to the sensuous rhythms and exotic band of an exotic band. Yeah, the spelling in this game is not great. All about men and women in various states of undress, lying in soft cushions, eating, drinking, and indulging in any whim. On a dais above it all, watching with his merciless black eyes, sits the host and master, Grig Grias. His voice is thick and sinister, and his conversation carries no small talk. It's straight and to the point. Does your winged skull look like this? He rasps, activating a comm stream. It looks exactly like that. I will trade you this information if you are willing. You must carry some merchandise to Dustball for me. My techs will seal it in your body with a plastic pseudo-fit flesh bandage. When you deliver the package on Dustball, my agent there will give you what you seek. Do you agree? Well, I don't have much choice, so sure. That is most excellent. I guess we're a smuggler now. So, Dustball is over here. But prior to that, we're going to pick up some mechs so that we can sell one over there, because Dustball is a not a particularly well-developed place. So we're going to go there. Going to buy. Let's do a Phoenix Hawk. How much is that? 3 million. Shadow? 4 million. Yeah, I think I'm going to do a Shadowhawk. Anything else on the news net? Old. Oh, here's something new. Susuke Hana, Russell Haas Military DST, Draconis Combine, 23 June, 3024. Pirate Valsec pulling daring raid. Helmer Valsec, self-proclaimed bandit king of Santa 5, executed a daring raid on grain stores here today. Though the south-central oat and rice granary was heavily guarded by Curtian warhammers and atlases, Valsec took advantage of a major storm front. The lighter pirate mechs harassed the heavier mechs until the Curtian forces became stuck in mud created by the storm. Pirates then concentrated their fire on the larger mechs' knees, thus immobilizing them. Tulsa Yamato has announced a retaliatory strike. Yep, so that tells you, go for the legs in this game. New Earth, Island of Sky, Lion Commonwealth. Alliance Games will test troops. 3 battalions of Commonwealth troops, 1 in each infantry armor and mechs from the 10th Lion Guards will square off against 3 similar battalions of Federated Sun forces in a series of maneuvers here beginning late this month. The maneuvers, called the Alliance Games, are designed to compare the different fighting styles of the 2 armed forces. The amount of side wagers generated by the games is estimated to be somewhere near the levels of the average gross planetary product of a small planet. Wow. The Staria, Galleon Military District, Draconis Combine, 13 August 3024. ISF beefs up security along Davian border. In response to recent Davian raids, the internal security for the Draconis Combine has increased its border security forces. ISF's head Subhash Indranar said the Davian response from the was expected due to Davian losses incurred by raids from Wolf's Dragoons of Kurita. No other messages. Okay. No other messages on file. So we should have a Shadowhawk, and we're going to take that to Dustball, which I think is like here. No. Steyr. Dustball. There. That should be a poor planet it is. Awesome. Travel. The pleasure domes of Dustball are said to be capable of satisfying any desire, as long as you have the money. In the midst of this hedonistic carnival, a small, unremarkable man approaches and identifies himself as Brown, an agent of Grigria's. This way, he says, and moves into the crowds. Soon the lights and people are left behind. The alley streets give way to dark alleys and disrepair. Through a battered door and across an empty warehouse lies an office with a table and meager supplies of medtech gear. In a few moments, the pseudo-flesh packet is removed, and Brown steps back, wiping his hands with a rag. Now to your payment. Greg was most explicit about that. The rag disappears, and you find yourself staring into the barrel of a Nakajum laser pistol. Seems you're to be eliminated. Well, that ain't good. Let's start with running. There's nowhere to run. The laser barrel moves a fraction as its aim centered, and the unremarkable man's eyes become hard as a snake. In that second, the pseudo-flesh packet bursts like a fungus spreading its spores as a white, nearly transparent mist blossoms from the pouch. Brown turns with an expression of surprise as his face begins to choke. Okay, well, let's try fighting. Packet distraction allows time for a swift series of punches which render Brown unconscious. He drops to the floor in a heap, but the air in the room has become scarce, and breathing is impossible. The door is suddenly far away and out of control. The floor comes hard, and blackness overtakes you. Sudden death is a grim reality of the successor states of the 31st century. We are dead. So let's try fighting first. Moment is frozen in time as muscles honed for battle snapped in the classic Dragon Whip's tail spinning kick. The laser spouts fire and as dragon and target meets in the searing trail of pain, lances up arm and shoulder and tells the tale. Wounded, but still alive, the pistol ricochets off to the far walls and falls to the floor, its recharge light glowing like a bright red gem. In that second, the pseudo-flesh packet bursts like a fungus spreading its spores. A white, nearly transparent mist blossoms from the pouch. Let's run. Packet's distraction allows time for a fast exit. Brown is hard on your heels. The shadow of the warehouse drifts across his face as he stares back into the little room. That bastard, he shouts with fury. After all these years! His breathing slows and his tone changes to a death march. I don't know who you are to Grig or why he wants you dead so bad. He'd kill me too. But I do know he was worried you might know about a ship. A jump ship we sometimes use for smuggling. Not snuggling. His gaze becomes furtive. Perhaps I can turn the screw on old Grease Boy. It's called the Stone Arrow, he says as he melts into the darkness. Then from the shadows, watch your back. He won't give up so easy. So, we're on the lookout for a jump ship called the Stone Arrow. Also, while we're here, let's offload this. 6 million. That is a 2 million profit, I believe. Except, so we're doing A-okay. Let's order ourselves a drink. We had a long day. Jump ship called the Stone Arrow. Weird name. Nope, don't remember hearing it before. Mike, if I found out, costs 25 C-bills for a look and 75 more if I find something. Check back tomorrow. You get right? Turns out the Stone Arrow comes here from time to time. Heard a friend of mine that runs a place over by the port. Nobody's seen Captain nor crew for a spell. But get this, Captain named Jack. Kangaroo Jack. But that ain't his real name, see? Really Willard Puritan. Ain't that a kick? Turns out he's got a brother named Wendell who drives Scorpion for Smithson's Chinese bandits. They're pulling a garrison on Merrick, for Merrick on Gibson. Gibson, eh? Well, so we're going to have to head to Gibson next. But I think that'll be for next time. When we come back, more finding out about, who attacked our planet and where that stupid chalice is. Have a good one, folks.